Welcome to another week of Zeros football, where we will be heading into the real Death Valley in Clemson, South Carolina, before heading to Raleigh, North Carolina for an ACC doubleheader. That's right, we got two games for the price of one in this edition of Zeros Network. Sit back, relax, and enjoy us likely getting our tails whooped. Very likely. It's all that pomp and circumstance of playing in this sea of orange in Death Valley, Clemson, South Carolina. Here, an interstate matchup between Zebulon, representing the North, and the Tigers, representing the South. And I don't know about you folks, but I have a strange feeling that the Zebulon Zeros are about to come in here and ruin these fans' days. I'm fired up, they're fired up. Let's get after it, boys. Zeros versus Tigers. All right, big second down. Klubnik is going to fire out left, and he's going to destroy man's ankles, shove off another, and Clemson touchdown. All right, boys, time to answer back. Here we go. 1st and 10. Fires it. Intercepted. And Clemson touchdown. Pick 6. All right, holding him to 3 here, boys. He's going to go ahead and drill it, but hey, that's a nice stop right there. You didn't let him score a touchdown. We'll take that. Well, another shot here towards the red zone. Klubnik's going to fire it. Hey! Undercut by Alexander Valentine. Okay. Yeah, we'll take that ball back. Here we go, boys. All right, 1st and 10. Fires to the end zone. Williamson makes the grab. With the defender draped on top of him. Touchdown and inching closer. Let's go, Zeros. Yeesh. Yeesh. Yep. Yep. All right, yeah. DePaul is in. The switch has been made. Trying to get a spark. I smell a comeback, boys. Here we go. Well, you win some and you lose some. And sometimes you really lose some. And this was one of those times. Hey, Will, somebody actually saw that performance and said, I want to commit to this school. We got Taekwon Sapp, a 3-star right guard, and he's going to be the first recruit in Zero's history. Now to Raleigh. Hey, you know what? Bygones be bygones and all that. We'll call it a bye week that ended in a loss in Clemson. But now we're back in North Carolina. We're here in Raleigh, Carter Finley Stadium. The Zeros, don't think Clemson beat the competitiveness out of this team. They didn't. You can't take that away from these boys. But Lord, I hope they do better. Lord, I hope they do better this week. So the state offense will get the ball first. Bringing up a graphic now. That says don't give a lesser team extra chances. All right, so whoever made this graphic thinks that state is a lesser team. They should probably be fired immediately. Well, they moved it just about the speed of light down the field. 3rd and 7, though, here in the red zone. Looking for a stop. They're going to fire on the stick route, and he's going to push forward, get to about the 1-yard line. It's going to be a 1st and goal for the Wolfpack. C.J. Bailey. Here's the handoff. No, he's going to keep it, fire it. On the RPO look, he's going to have his man in the back of the end zone. Gets 2 feet down. Noah Rogers scores the touchdown on the slant. State takes the early lead on the opening drive. It was no short of disastrous last week for Tyler Olson, but Gene Zambini gives him the reins again. He calls it a fluke game over in Clemson against a really tough defense in a hostile environment. Well, you're about the same here. A very hostile environment, pretty solid defense. Tyler Olson, can he come back? As this one's going to be incomplete, swatted down by the defender on that comeback route. Had Williamson for a second, but defender makes a good play on it. So to bring up a 2nd and 10, it's going to be an outside handoff to Cameron Teague as he has to get past a trucked lineman. Going to get forward for about 10 yards. He's going to pick up the 1st down and set up a 1st down and 10 from the 35-yard line. He's going to fire it deep. Teague has a step on his defender, and Teague's going to make the grab. Down the sideline, Teague, no one's catching him. Touchdown, Zeros. The quick answer. Tyler Olsen puts it on the money on the long ball. House call for the Zeros. They're going to knot it up at 7 here with 7 to go in the quarter. 3rd and 10 now for the Wolfpack past midfield. CJ Bailey is going to have a man on a seam route wide open in between 3 defenders. They're going to crash in on him, but not before he picks up a first down, gets it to the 24-yard line. State keeps moving. Sends the man in motion behind him. Going to snap it. Quick outside toss to him. Finding room on the outside. Hollywood Smothers is going to be smothered, but not before another first down here at the 10-yard line. They're not calling it goal to go, but it will be 1st and 10 at the 10-yard line. Here's another 3rd down, 3rd and 6 this time. Bailey empty backfield, calling some shots. Man coverage look for the Zeros. Bailey is going to start moving forward, but Freeman in the middle of the field in that zone. He's going to step up. That was his job there, and he did his job well. State's going to settle for 3 here. Can they drill it? Odd angle, but yep, they'll drill it through the uprights. So they'll take a 10-7 lead, but the way these teams are moving it up the field right now, you will take giving up 3 instead of 7. Offense back to work. Zambini calling the shot. It's going to be a screenplay. He loves that one. Strickland's going to have space, and up to about the 30-yard line, they're going to mark him to 31. Strickland, nice gain there on the first play of the drive. So 1st down, going to run the stick, and they're going to have McLawler. Loves that route with McLawler. Tyler Olsen, the safety valve. We've talked about it. Scott McLawler picks up another 1st down. Zebulon getting big chunks, big 10-yard chunks on most plays. This one going to be underneath again to McLawler. He's going to shove a dude off at the point of contact. McLawler pushed forward. It takes an army to take this man down. Another 1st down for the Zeros. McLawler, one-man wrecking crew. Olsen. And Foreman goes up. High points the ball on a star defender there for the Wolfpack. And these boys are playing with some grit right now. Contact cannot stop the Zeros at the moment. Olsen's going to roll out right, and Olsen's going to keep this drive moving. Man, it has been clockwork right here. Zebulon, even on the first drive, I mean, the Wolfpack are having no answers so far. Well, here's a 3rd down, though. Olsen's going to have to fire to Williamson. A little bit off, but Williamson makes the adjustment. Nice grab, curl route. That is a staple for this offense. And Zebulon, their first kind of roadblock so far this game, they picked up that 3rd down. Here's another 3rd down. Can still pick up a first before the end zone. He's going to be calling some shots, and he's going to have Foreman on the streak route. Inside leverage. Tyler Olsen again puts it on the money. And the Zeros are going to take the lead. Another angle here of the touchdown. Foreman, nobody's covering him. Line of scrimmage. Maybe the easiest read, easiest throw quarterback's going to make all day. Foreman, he don't drop those. Touchdown, taking the lead. Bailey, 3rd and 6 in his own territory. Going to scan, fire across the middle, and it is caught. Going to be a 1st down. Trailing defenders could not catch up. There was separation and enough space to push forward. Going to keep the drive alive for the Wolfpack. And this play is going to be from the 38-yard line. They're going to have a split look in the backfield. 2 backs. Handoff to Smothers, and Smothers hits that edge, and Smothers has room to the 40, to the 35, and finally dragged down. Hollywood Smothers' big-time run is going to put it into Zeros territory. They're going to mark it the 30-yard line. Wolfpack continue to move the football. So 1st and 10. CJ Bailey again. Time to scan, time to throw, time to find his man on the slant route and pick up another 1st down. It's been convert for this offense so far. This time, Bailey's going to hold it on the keeper and find that edge, find that 1st down, brings up another goal-to-go situation. State a chance to retake the lead and going to line up here from the 4-yard line. Looks like Zambini's going to be bringing a blitz, man coverage. They're going to send the man in motion to the right side of the formation. It's going to be a handoff, and it's going to be a touchdown, walk-in touchdown for the Wolfpack. They're going to retake this lead. Man, this one's got shades of that matchup in Chapel Hill. It's been back and forth. Offenses have been producing as we get another 1st down. McLawler on another of them stick routes. That is his signature route for this offense. Zambini loves it, and there's a reason. It works. as it's going to be a whip ride on the outside for Williamson. He's going to have space. He's going to get about 15 on the play, and Tyler Olson continues dealing for this offense. Nearing 5 minutes to go in the half. Looking for another big chunk play. Oof, this one to Strickland. Dangerous pass. Strickland is able to hold on to it through the contact. Pushes forward for a few extra. And a high-tempo offense right now for Mr. Zambini, as they're going to pick up another first down. That one's not going to go for much, but this one they're going to bring out the RPO bubble look. We know this is another staple of this offense, and that's why it picks up a first down. Javion Foreman. Huge third down now. The crowd's going crazy. Olsen's going to move out right, going to find his man out the backfield. Teague. And Teague does not have enough for the first down, but we know what's about to happen right here. It's a 4th and short, deep in enemy territory. Zambini, not a second he's thinking about going for this field goal, and that's why you got a guy like Javion Foreman on the in route, making a big-time grab and moving this drive closer to the goal line. Tyler Olson here going to hand it off to Teague, who's going to hit that edge again. Teague, a lot of involvement this drive, and he's getting it closer. You may have noticed the shaky route lines and just the overall shaky screen. That's the way we're depicting the way this crowd noise is affecting the pre-snap offense here at Carter Finley Stadium. Based off of metrics that are way above my pay grade, it's just a way to kind of show you how it might be affecting the quarterback, as this one's going to be McLawler on the stick route, touchdown. So the squiggly lines don't affect Tyler Olson on that one. It's going to be a touchdown for the Zeros. They're going to retake the lead again. Back and forth action here in Raleigh. 3rd and 3. The handoff, and they're going to pick it up. Brings up a 2nd and 3. Going to be running with that Tritz formation again. And they're going to fire across the middle and have their man. That slant route coming from that right side of the field has been pretty dirty. Catching Zebulon off guard, especially when they come out in that cover 4 look, and Freeman can't do anything about that. He's the lone man guarding the center of the field. Again, here's another across the middle, Noah Rogers. 3rd timeout, though, used by State. 45 seconds left in the half, and they've got a lot of ground to make up. You can get a couple of tackles inbounds and short of the sticks if you're the Zeros. Time might run out on the Wolfpack here. Bailey, clean pocket, another across the middle, another first down. But they got no means of stopping this clock. It's already at 20 seconds and counting. You can't get this out of bounds. Or to the first down for that matter. I think time's going to run out on them. They're going to rush the field goal unit out on the field. But with 10 seconds, I don't think they're going to get this kickoff, ladies and gentlemen. Is State coming out empty-handed? They will. Empty-handed on the final drive of the first half. So an early 3rd down on this drive, 3rd and 4. And he's going to have McLawler breaks away from the defender on that crossing route. And McLawler has a big gain, pushing it past the Wolf at center field. Olsen going to keep back and back and back, and time to write a haiku back there. And he's going to fire to Williamson. Just short of a first down, but that was not looking good with all the steps backwards that Olsen was taking. It's going to be a 3rd and short now. Looking to pick it up through the air. And across the middle, man Foreman. Big time hands from Javion Foreman. Going to pick up another first down. Zeros keep it moving. And Strickland, nice carry here to the 20-yard line. Yet another first down. And this offense is just firing on all cylinders. They're getting, good chunks to the air, and it's opening up the ground game pretty well, as Strickland's going to have another hole to run through. Strickland, 2 straight carries, 2 straight first downs. Zebulon is in business here. Goal to go. Coming out again. Going to be through the air. Tyler Olson has been performing this game so far. Olsen has time. Olsen with a man bearing down on him is going to fire to Scooter Page. Touchdown. Zeros. Scooter Page gets free. The slant route across the field. Olsen had the time. The line stood up. Now facing a 2-score deficit. State been attacking the middle of that field. They'll do it once more. It's going to pick up another first down. Bailey has not been afraid. 3 incompletions, and he's been throwing it all in some traffic, all across the field. He's been looking good. State's been looking good, but still facing that 11-point deficit. Bailey pulls it, fires to the wide receiver on the screen. Noah Rogers has been feasting today. 5 catches, 44 yards, and a touchdown. Going to pick up another first down. They just continue to move it. Been here before. Will probably be here again. 3rd and short. And again, man cross face, middle of the field. Sound like a broken record. State is just getting free. And Noah Rogers specifically, 7 catches, 75 yards, 1 touchdown. 5-star recruit out of Roseville High School, just down the road from Zebulon and Raleigh for that matter. That Smothers going to get the outside handoff and get dragged down. Big tackle. Going to have time. Going to fire across the middle, but this time no first down. Chase Freeman steps up, and looks like State is going to be forced to take another 3. We'll bring it back to 1 possession, 8-point game, but again, in a game like this, you're Zebulon, you'll take that 3 over that 7. To the bread and butter, Mesh, Olsen, Williamson, first down. It's the same thing as State across the middle. Zebulon converting on a curl and Zebulon converting on a mesh. You say it all the time. You really sound like a broken record. Here's Page, gonna have the edge on the outside, and he's gonna get a big gain. Oh my gosh. Tried to hurdle a man. Ends up getting slammed down. I think adrenaline got him right back up because he must be hurting. Here's a big 3rd down. Gonna fire on the curl route. Oh man. Javion Foreman gets it knocked out. Oh, he had position. And oh boy. You gotta hope for no snake eyes on this one. It's 4th and 10 at the 50-yard line. They're going to fire for Scooter Page. It's going to get knocked away. Oh, man, Zambini just put the cards on the table, and his opponent had 4 aces. That's a tough turnover on downs. You give it back to the Wolfpack offense at the 50-yard line. Great field position. And you're forcing your defense to answer here. And every yard they pick up on this drive is going to hurt Zambini in the soul, as they're going to have the man in orbit. They're going to find him. It's going to be a lot of yards up for a first down, 29-yard line. And, man, there's going to be a lot of questions about that decision. There's no doubt about it. There's going to be a lot of questions. Here we go on a 1st and 10. Oh, Octavius Terrell right into his hands. Oh, C.J. Bailey must not have seen him. Octavius Terrell comes down with a huge interception. I mean, this is definition right place, right time. Terrell is just reading the QB's eyes and right into his hands. Zambini owes Octavius a steak dinner. He bailed him out of a questionable decision there. As Zero's back on offense, going to find Williamson. He has been so involved today. He's already got 5 catches, solid yardage. Going to bring up a 2nd and short, and the screenplay, they're going to pick it up. They will. Got that edge. Strickland to the 40-yard line now. Everybody else is still getting involved, and that's just great. That's how an offense really clicks. Here's Williamson again on that stick route, and an easy first down pickup. 4 touchdowns, 304 yards now for Olsen. He has been so money. Handoff to Teague, plenty of room. Actually runs into the back of one of his linemen. Probably could have had a lot more yardage there, at least 5 extra yards, but nonetheless brings up a manageable pickup and a manageable first down. We're really getting into crunch time now. We're into the 4th quarter. A little over a minute has gone. You put in a touchdown here, things get real dicey for State, as you're going to find Scooter Page on a crosser route. They're not going to mark it goal to go quite, but it pretty much is. Olsen. And he's going to have Williamson, Williamson made his defender stumble, but Olsen could not put it on him. Oh, that's tough. You don't put in a score here. You're going to kick yourself knowing you had one. And it's going to be Page now across the middle. Has to adjust for it in air, or else he might be running in. 3rd down. Tyler Olsen has been so money today. This is the biggest moment of the game thus far. Can he provide? Rolling out. Tyler Olsen scanning, gonna try to find Gregory and see if he can push forward. He can't quite do it. And is Zambini gonna do it again? Is Zambini putting his cards on the table again? A chance to go up 2 possessions, but he's gonna go for the touchdown instead, and he's gonna get stuffed! Cameron Teague is gonna get stuffed, and Zambini. Oh my goodness, the media is gonna have a lot to ask. He's forcing his defense to dig him out this hole. As Freeman's gonna meet, oh man, Freeman's gonna meet the running back in the backfield, loss of 1, and real close to his safety. They're gonna be at the 2-yard line now. CJ Bailey standing on that S of NC State. Bailey is going to start rolling left. Bailey's going to fire in. Doesn't see the man underneath Terrell Pace. Terrell Pace is going to take it back just a couple yards and put in 6. This defense is bailing out Zambini. Oh, man. He must have a crystal ball looking into the future. If I don't score it on this 1-yard handoff to Cameron Teague, I know my defense is going to score it. Oh, bailed out. The Zeros finally have some decent breathing room. The game's not even close to being over. 15-point lead. Here's another one of them 3rd downs. Crucial 3rd down. And here's another throw across the middle. Wesley Grimes and Noah Rogers have just been feasting against this secondary, man. State is picking up these 3rd downs like they were strawberries in a right field. Bailey now, another 3rd and short. And he's going to fire across the middle, but this time it's jarred loose. Oh, brings up a 4th and 3. Finally, the Zeros stand firm on a 3rd and short. And it brings up the biggest down of the game thus far. 4th and 3, 5 minutes to go. Bailey has plenty of time to scan and find Grimes again. If you don't succeed, try again. And that is certainly the case for these drags and these slants in this Wolfpack offense. I mean, Zebulon just has not had an answer for it. 1st and 10, pass midfield. Bailey time. Bailey fires down the sideline, and he's going to get it up to about the 5-yard line. Wesley Grimes eclipses 100, and he's going to give him a goal-to-go situation. So you had the 4th and 3, and now your back is against the Wolfpack. Lettering in the end zone. Handoff to Smothers. Smothers up to the 3-yard line. He's been efficient today. This entire offense has been pretty efficient today. They've stalled out towards the red zone a couple times, but overall they've been moving the ball pretty well. And as Chase Freeman's going to get into the backfield and take down CJ Bailey, forcing a 3rd and goal from the 10-yard line. That's huge. I mean, they were ringing the doorbell, and now they're off the porch, but can still get in the house. Let's see if the Zeros play bodyguard here. Snaps to Bailey. It'll be a pass. What's new? Men across the middle, but this time he's going to fire to the outside on the corner route, and nobody's there to stop Justin Jolie, tied in. 2nd and 10 now. Tyler Olsen. It's going to be through the air. Going to be rolling out right, trying to find somebody, looking for Page, and just out of his reach. Page had lost his defender, running the slant across the field. Olsen bought time, but could not put it on the money. Now they're going to the bread and butter, the curls, trying to throw to Foreman, and he's gonna. Oh, he will catch it. And Zambini, do you even consider? He has the punter out there. Is it a fake? Is he thinking? And it looks like they will be punting the ball back to the Wolfpack offense. So Zebulon waiting with bated breath to see what they're going to do in that 4th and 1, and they end up punting it right back to this NC State team. And CJ Bailey has a chance to play a hero here. Carter Finley, closing minutes of the game. The Zeros had that 2-possession lead. Now State down 1 possession with the ball. Zeros have to stand tall. And this is going to be a good start. Bringing the blitz, bringing the heat. He's going to bring down CJ Bailey. The long incompletion brings up the 3rd and long. 15 yards to the first down marker. Man in motion gonna fire out left to him, and this might lose yardage. It's gonna lose 1 and bring up a huge 4th and 16. I mean, this is the game. And he's gonna be looking. He's got a man across the middle, and he's gonna have a first down. Oh, Chase Freeman dropped him. Oh, he passed him up. He had the zone. He could have carried it upfield, but he didn't. Chase Freeman going to be kicking himself for that mistake. And that 4 verts, that crossing route, he just gets free. It'll keep ticking. 1:30 to go in the ball game. State's down by 8. And C.J. Bailey's going to lose the football. C.J. Bailey! It's a robbery. The Zeros are going to get the ball back on offense. And it's that man, Jarian Love, coming up with the football. We thought he had a season-ending injury, but now he's here at Carter Finley making a huge play with the recovery. They're going to credit Kobe Garland with the strip, getting into the backfield, and huge play. Chance to stall out already. They're going to play it safe in the handoff. Ian Wells is going to have to come out here. He drills this ball game. He misses. State has a chance. With limited time, no timeouts, but a chance nonetheless. Ian Wells is going to let the clock run down a little bit. He's going to line it up, and it's up, and it's short! Oh, Ian Wells does not put enough gas on it. Back on the field, C.J. Bailey. Another chance to play hero. I mean, he probably thought it was ball game when that ball was loose. Not a lot of time, but man, that's a pretty good start. Toe tapping on the sidelines. Empty backfield. 35 seconds to go. 1st and 10. It's been a great game here in Raleigh. Zebulon clinging to an 8-point lead. And this is a huge tackle. Time's going to run. Men running slants. And, oh man, I thought they were going to collide. But Wesley Grimes is able to focus and make the big grab. They're going to come up and spike this ball once more, I believe. Yep, 15 seconds to go. We're nearing Hail Mary territory. Zebulon's got to defend against the long ball, but I mean, you don't want them to pick up a quick, 15, 20 to get it even closer. 2nd and 10, 15 seconds to go in the ball game. Gonna have time, gonna step up, I'm gonna throw one-on-one matchup. Noah Rogers comes down with the football, and it's Noah Collins Jr., the man in coverage. Doesn't even make an attempt at it. Noah Collins Jr., what are you doing, son? You gotta jump with him. The 5-star athlete has just made the biggest play of his career. And they need the 2-point conversion to tie the game. Speed option. Oh, nobody's catching him. I'm shocked. I'm stunned, ladies and gentlemen. NC State has tied this football game. NC State has tied this football game at 35 apiece, 9 seconds. Zebulon's not really going to have time to do anything on offense. They've got all their timeouts, but it's not going to matter. 6 seconds. And we're heading for overtime, it seems. The absolute Hail Mary. Bailey steps up and throws the airmail to Noah Rogers, and Williamson will come down with this football, but wrapped up. We're going to overtime. Zeros lose the toss. State wants to defend first. Here we are. Handoff to Strickland. Gonna break off a tackle on the edge and push forward for a couple. Could have been a loss of yards. Ends up a small gain. Brings up a 2nd and long here. Smash concept. Olsen standing strong. Gonna fire out to Page, and Page has a step, and Page has a touchdown. On the second play of OT, Scooter Page. Beautiful route. And Zebulon, they answer the miracle. They silence the crowd just a little bit here. State's going to have a chance to answer, but man, that is a huge play. You don't get to a long third down. You don't get to third down at all. No, you find your slot man, Scooter Page, Tyler Olsen. Puts it on the money like he has been all day. First play for this state offense in OT. Bailey's going to roll out. Bailey's going to find space, and Bailey's going to lose the football. And look who's picking it up. Noah Collins Jr. From zero to hero, quite literally. Noah Collins Jr. is going to put this one away. You gotta love it. You gotta love him keeping his head in the game. Attaboy. Oh, what a spectacular football game. And the Zeros come out victorious. Who cares about South Carolina? You're here in North Carolina and you've gone into two prestigious programs in this state, and you've gone into their home turf and you've come out victorious state in Carolina. The Zeros. The state runs through Zebulon. And man, just a quick look at that last play, and that's Octavius Terrell that comes in and puts the fist to the ball and gets it loose, and that's Noah Collins Jr. making the play of the game, the scoop and score. But don't let that wild finish take away the fact that Tyler Olsen put up 415 yards, 5 touchdowns, 0 turnovers, coming off of a 3-turnover first half versus Clemson. This guy was amazing today. Well, Olsen threw it 45 times, meaning there wasn't much to the running game today, but they picked up serviceable yards and had a couple big gains, including Strickland on 2 straight carries, picking up first downs down the stretch, so can't really complain too much. I don't know about y'all, but I've always got a huge smile on my face when Williamson provides, and he provided today in Raleigh. 8 receptions, 124 yards, did not get in the end zone, but was really everywhere on the field for that offense. Scooter Page had 2 big touchdowns, including the one in OT. Foreman had 1, McLawler had 1, and then Teague, the huge first touchdown on the wheel route out the backfield. So the defense forced 4 turnovers in the second half, including a forced fumble from Kobe Garland and a forced fumble from Octavius Terrell. Terrell also notched the INT and Pace the easiest pick 6 of his life, just grabbing it, scooting into the end zone. And man, those were 2 huge plays there in the third quarter. Just an unprecedented season so far for the Zeros. They have gone to State and beat State. They have gone to Chapel Hill and beat Carolina. I mean, 2 ACC powerhouse programs in North Carolina, and you take them down in their home turf. You love to see it, and you love to see what's in store for the Zeros the rest of the season, as long as we ignore that game against Clemson. But from the Zeros Network, we'll see you next week.